Welcome back to Global Business. In this edition of Women at Work, we take a look at how higher education not only helps mold your future, but also your future paycheck. A new study from job search company Glassdoor found that men and women face more than an 11% pay gap on average in the first 5 years of their career. And a big factor is what one chooses to major in college. Mark Niu has the details.
Jennifer Galfi studied mechanical engineering as an undergraduate and now mechanical and biomedical engineering as a PhD student at Stanford University. It's not been an easy road.
In my accelerated math program in undergrad, I was the only woman in my class, and it was a very actually disconcerting feeling. So I actually called my mom one night and was like, I think I'm going to drop down to regular math. I'm concerned that I'm the only girl and I don't know who I'm going to work with. And my mom very strictly said no.
Galfi's mom happens to be a lawyer who helps organize an Equal Pay Day rally. I presented Galfi with information from a new study revealing female biomedical engineering majors make about 11% less in the first 5 years of their careers.
It is disconcerting that there's this price discrepancy, but it's also really important that that doesn't discourage women from entering the field and trying to get paid the same amount, because the disparity is never going to close if women leave the field.
Job search company Glassdoor examined nearly 47,000 resumes to find out the majors with the largest gender pay gaps in the first 5 years after graduation. Topping the list was healthcare administration with a 22% pay gap, followed by mathematics with an 18% pay gap, and then biology with 13%.
In the years after college, men tend to be getting fast-tracked for more technical positions and more senior managerial style roles. Whereas by contrast, many women ended up in more general, lower paid positions, less technical, less senior.
But Glassdoor also found a reverse pay gap. That is, some majors actually leading women to make more than men. Architecture topped that list with a 14% pay gap in favor of women. That was followed by music and social work.
The women who major in those fields, they actually go into social work. Or for example, for music majors, the women in those fields will become music teachers or audio engineers, whereas the men who major in music tend to go in totally unrelated jobs. Women in those fields are actually sticking to what they learned, and they're getting relatively high-paying jobs after school.
Environmental sciences is another field that showed a reverse gap favoring women by nearly 7%. Stanford student Mia Sosa studied that for her undergraduate degree and is now studying civil and environmental engineering in graduate school.
I definitely grew up never seeing females in engineering, just as a kind of, in books or any kind of general media. So that's been something that took a long time for me to start to break down and think, why not me?
One of Sosa's related majors, civil engineering, actually turned out to have no salary gender gap at all. A rarity given Glassdoor still found 9 of the top 10 highest paying majors to be dominated by men. Mark Niu, CGTN, San Francisco.